and welcome to EllAstrology. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to show you guys what the top Google search results are for your zodiac sign. So I was busy Googling about certain zodiac signs the other day, and I saw these search results pop up and I thought they were quite hilarious and I want to share it with you guys. Okay, so the first sign I'm going to get started with is Aries. So the first word I'm going to use is do. Do Aries. Aries fall in love quickly, which I'm pretty sure some of them do. Do Aries cheat? That's debatable. Do Aries and Leo get along? I'm pretty sure they do because they're both fire signs. So Aries and Leo is actually a very good match. Do Aries and Libra get along? So Aries and Libra are basically opposite signs, which means they'll have a lot of differences, but they'll also really be magnetic and attract each other. Do Aries and Cancer get along? So this is also a very strange combination because you wouldn't think that a fire and a water sign would get along, but I have noticed a lot of Aries and Cancer couples. Do Aries and Aquarius get along? Do Aries like attention? Which I'm pretty sure they do. Okay, so the next one I'm going to search is Taurus, and I'm going to search why are Taurus? Why are Taurus so hard to read? Well, I guess you could say it's because they're an earth sign, and earth signs are usually, very grounded, very stable, and they don't always display their emotions very openly. Why are Taurus so attractive? Well, that's because Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is the planet of beauty. Why are Taurus so strong? That's possibly because Taurus rules over the neck and the shoulders, and you'll usually notice that Taurus people have strong necks and shoulders. Why are Taurus so hard to understand? I don't know. That's a very subjective question. Why are Taurus so shy? In all honesty, I think that's also very dependent on the Taurus person's rising and moon signs. Because I have a Taurus friend who's got a Leo moon and she's not shy whatsoever. Why are Taurus so hard to love? Wow, interesting. Why are Taurus so rare? I never knew that Tauruses were rare. Okay, so the next one I'm going to search is Gemini. And for Gemini, I'm going to search, does Gemini? Okay, so why does Gemini man look weird? Okay, so according to the internet, you Gemini men look weird. Why does Gemini man keep coming back? So it also seems that you Gemini men keep coming back. Why does Gemini like Leo? Why does Gemini have twins? Why does Gemini like Aquarius? Well, I would say that it's because they're both air signs, and usually two signs of the same element will attract each other. Why does Gemini man disappear? So this is very interesting because if you look on top, it says, why does Gemini man keep coming back? And then at the bottom, it says, why does Gemini man disappear? So obviously, people are having very different experiences when it comes to the Gemini men, which makes sense because, as you know, Gemini is a very dual sign and they can have very dual different personalities. So a person can't say that all Geminis will be the same. Some Geminis might disappear and some Geminis might keep coming back. And then the last one is, why does Gemini man ignore me? In all honesty, if a Gemini man is ignoring you, it means that he's just not interested in you. Because a Gemini man will only really give his attention to someone that he finds incredibly interesting. Okay, so the next one I'm going to search is Cancer. And I'm going to search, do Cancers hold grudges? that's also very dependable on the person, I'd say. Cancer is a water sign, which means they obviously hold on to their emotions and they experience very deep emotions. But whether they hold a grudge or not will be very dependent on that person's moon sign. Okay, so do Cancers fall in love easily? That is something that I would say they do. I have noticed that a Cancer person, when they like someone, they really pour their emotions into this person fairly quickly, and they can fall in love quite quickly, which is why I've noticed Cancer people end up with heartbreak quite often, because they really end up falling in love quite fast. Do Cancers attract each other? I would say that a pairing of two Cancers could be a very good combination, or it could also be a very bad combination. So if the two Cancers, don't have a very strong self-esteem, then it can be a negative thing, because they can become very broody and negative together. But if one of the Cancers in a relationship has a positive self-esteem, then it can be a good thing for the relationship, as they can help each other, work through their emotions, and they can really understand each other. Do Cancers and Leo get along? I have noticed that Leo and Cancer do get along, because Leo does appreciate, the sentimentality of Cancer. Do Cancers and Libras get along? Do Cancer and Gemini get along? Okay, those are interesting results. Okay, so the next sign I'm going to search is Leo, and I'm going to search, why are Leos so lonely? I would say that they could possibly be lonely because they're too proud to open up to other people and to let other people into their life. Why are Leos so attractive? Well, that's because a Leo person usually spends quite a bit of time on their appearance, and they are very aware of their appearance. Why are Leos so difficult to get along with? I would say it's because of their very strong sense of pride. Leo does not like to have their pride threatened no matter what, and this can be very challenging to deal with. So this means that a lot of Leos can have very big egos. Okay, so the next one is, why are Leos so? Then, why are Leos attracted to Taurus? That's an interesting one. Why are Leos attracted to Scorpios? That is something I have noticed. I've noticed that Leos and Scorpios do get along with each other quite well. And then, why are Leos so bossy? Well, if you know anything about astrology, you'd know that Leo represents the king. And Leo is known to be one of the signs that are the best leaders out of all the zodiac signs. So Leos can be bossy because they're usually quite good at being bossy. Okay, so the next one I'm going to search is Virgo, and I'm going to search, why do Virgos? Okay, so the first search result is, why do Virgos like Cancers? Which I find quite an interesting result, because I personally do not really find myself getting along with Cancers that much, but you never know. Other Virgos could be experiencing, a different situation. Why do Virgos end up alone? Well, I would say it's because they're extremely perfectionistic and they're quite full of nonsense. So they do not really tolerate, nonsense from anybody. And they've got really, really high standards. Sometimes these standards can be so high that it's detrimental to themselves. Why do Virgos hide their feelings? Well, I would say they don't really hide their feelings, but they like to analyze their feelings. So they don't really express what they're going through, because they're kind of internalizing it all and they're analyzing it. Why do Virgos like Aries? That I can agree with, because I have noticed I really get along with Aries people, and I've had quite a few Aries best friends in my life before. Why do Virgos have no friends? Okay. Well, I would say that because Virgos can be real hermits, so Virgos prefer to kind of spend time on their own and be alone. Virgos aren't very social creatures. They do not really like to socialize a lot, and obviously if you're not going to be socializing much, then you're not going to be making many friends. So that could be the reason why a lot of Virgos do not have any friends. Why do Virgos like Pisces? Well, that's obviously because it's Virgo's opposite sign, and as you know, opposites attract. Why do Virgos look so young? Wow! That's a really cool result, considering that I'm also a Virgo. So apparently Virgos look young, and I would say that that is because Virgos are very conscious about their health. As you know, Virgo is the sign that represents the 6th house, which represents health as well as natural health. And a Virgo, you know, will always consider their health. They'll always eat healthy. They'll probably exercise, and they'll lean more towards your natural way of living, which, you know, does have its benefits in terms of helping you age slower. Okay, so the next one I'm going to search is Libras, and I'm going to search, do Libras like attention? Yes, they do. They like getting attention from people. Do Libras hold grudges? Yes, they do hold grudges. A Libra person can hold grudges for many, many years. I've noticed this because my mother's a Libra, and I mean, whatever happened between my mother and my father happened like 20 years ago, but she still holds that grudge from 20 years ago. Do Libras and Cancers get along? Do Libra and Pisces match? Do Libras get over an ex? That's interesting. I guess it depends, like, you know, on the Libra. What I have noticed is a lot of Libras, you know, have had lots of girlfriends or boyfriends in their life. So if you were a Libra who's had lots of girlfriends and boyfriends, I can imagine that you do get over your exes. Otherwise, you'd probably, you know, still be hung up over quite a few people. Or if you're the kind of Libra who has been in a long-term committed relationship for very long, over, you know, having a whole bunch of girlfriends and boyfriends, I can probably say that it will take you a while to get over that person, because Libra is the sign of partnerships, and you really value partnerships. And if you've had a very good partnership, losing that will really, really affect you. Okay, and then do Libra and Aries get along? Which they will, yes, because they are opposite signs, and like I said, opposites attract. Okay, so the next one I'm going to search is Scorpio, and I'm going to search, why are Scorpios so hot? Well, I would say they're hot because Scorpio is a sign that does represent sexual magnetism, and obviously if you're a Scorpio, you will have a lot of sexual magnetism to you. Why are Scorpios so hot and cold? So that obviously means that they can be quite moody, like their moods are very up and down. Why are Scorpios attracted to Libra? That is something I have noticed. I've noticed a lot of Scorpio and Libra couples and Scorpio and Libra friendships around me. Why are Scorpios so deep? Well, Scorpio does represent the sign of introspection and transformation. So this sign represents, you know, looking deep inside yourself and transforming yourself. So that is what a lot of Scorpios will experience throughout their lives. Why are Scorpios so cold? I find this to be quite an interesting result, considering the top result is why are Scorpios so hot? So obviously, when they say cold, they don't refer to temperature, but they refer to emotions. So it can seem that a Scorpio person can be cold and closed off, but that's because they don't really like opening up about their emotions and what's going on inside them. Why are Scorpios the best? Well, Scorpios are pretty awesome, and I would say it's because Scorpios are very deep and they're very appreciative over what they love. So if you know a Scorpio loves you, you will know it and you will not have to doubt it. I really appreciate the amount of depth that a Scorpio has to them. Okay, so the next one I'm going to search is Sagittarius, and I'm going to search why do Sagittarians. So these results say, why does Sagittarius end up alone? I would say it's because Sagittarius is the sign of freedom and independence, and Sagittarius, you know, wants their freedom and independence no matter what. Why do Sagittarius like Cancers? Why do Sagittarius like Virgos? Which is something I have noticed. Virgos and Sagittarius really do get along. I think it's because, you know, both Virgos and Sagittarians are both no bullshit signs. So they're very tell it like it is kind of signs. Why do Sagittarius hide their feelings? Why do Sagittarius push love away? I would say it's because a Sagittarius might believe that if they're going to open themselves up to love, they're going to give up their freedom. Why do Sagittarius lie? That is a very odd search result because from my experience, Sagittarius is a very truthful sign. Sagittarius actually represents truth. And it's very rare that a Sagittarius lies in my experience. Like I've actually noticed, you know, one thing I like to say about Sagittarius is that they end up with their foot in their mouth. So they're so honest that they end up, you know, hurting themselves through their honesty. And then why do Sagittarius get jealous? Okay. So then the next sign I'm going to search is Capricorn. So I'm going to search, do Capricorns? Okay. Do Capricorns ever forgive? Do Capricorns cheat? Do Capricorns get along with Cancers? Sometimes. Do Capricorns get along with other Capricorns? I would say they do. I've seen that, you know, Capricorn combinations usually work out well because they have a very good mutual understanding of how the other person works. Do Capricorns like surprises? Do Capricorns hide their feelings? Yes, they do. I would say most earth signs tend to not really be very open and honest about their feelings. Do Capricorns and Leos get along? I think they sometimes can, but also sometimes they don't get along because both Capricorn and Leo wants power. They want to hold the power in their hands, and sometimes it can be a little bit difficult for Capricorn and Leo to agree on who gets to hold the most power. Okay, so the next one I'm going to search is why are Aquarians? Why are Aquarians so hot? So all you Aquarians out there are hot according to the world. Why are Aquarius so rare? That's a very interesting result because I know a lot of Aquarians. I don't think that it's a rare sign at all. I would actually say that I think I agree with the Taurus result. Why is Taurus so rare? Because I don't know a lot of Taurus people. Why are Aquarius so pretty? Why are Aquarius so charming? Why are Aquarius so attracted to Taurus? That's interesting. Why are Aquarius so manipulative? I guess that's a very subjective, you know, thing to say. I guess it depends on your experience with Aquarians. Why are Aquarians so cool? Well, one thing I've noticed about Aquarians is they always dress like super stylish and super fly. And they always have really stylish shades on. I don't know if you've noticed that about them. Okay, and then the last sign that I'm going to search is Pisces. And I'm going to search, why do Pisces like to be alone? Why do Pisces distance themselves? Well, as you guys know, Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac wheel. And Pisces also represents, you know, the afterlife. So basically what this sign represents is leaving, you know, life and just becoming a soul. So it is quite common for Pisces people to be quite lonely and to distance themselves, you know, from people, because Pisces is an incredibly introspective sign. Why do Pisces end up alone? Like I say, they do distance themselves from people, so that could be why. Why do Pisces love music? I would say because they are very, you know, sentimental and emotional, and they can really connect to music in an emotional way. Why do Pisces like Scorpio? Well, that's because they're both water signs and they just understand each other immediately. Why do Pisces sleep a lot? That's interesting. Why do Pisces disappear? Well, I would also say it's because, you know, the sign represents the afterlife. So it basically represents, you know, completely letting go of any physical worldly attachments. Okay guys, so that is my video on the top Google search results for the zodiac signs. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more astrology content, then subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to add anything to what I've mentioned, please let me know in the comments. I will be adding the links to my social media, my website, and my Fiverr in the description to this video if you'd like to follow me on social media or possibly get a reading from me. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys keep well and stay blessed. See you next time.